Wait. No! We lost the car!
Oh, I lost the car? No, I kind of just like threw it somewhere.
I
like jumped out the car while I was driving.
Yeah, the cops on you.
What's up, in Jimbo?
I'm here to help!
What's
oh
up?
god!
I didn't mean to!
Oh no!
It's it keeps auto-aiming! I'm not trying to shoot you! That was a bomb I threw like 5 minutes ago!
Give him this Phoenix.
Alright. That was a complete accident, even though I wasn't even.
Hold on, I want to keep the Phoenix.
Okay. Wait! Stop it!
I want to
get in.
I want to keep the Phoenix.
Get in. I want to shoot some. people.
Alright, I gotta head to my apartment.
Welcome to the police heist!
No!
You're gonna die. Just do what I tell you to do. I'm shooting up people in the dildo. Come on, move your head. What the hell are you wearing? No, not on my watch. Not on my watch, honey goose.
Hey, money does grow on trees.
I know. I told my mom this like 4 times already.
Yeah, cause paper comes from wood.
Money!
Paper comes from wood, and money is made out of paper.
Come on, no need to talk. If the cops keep following us, they'll blow up. See, no need. This is how you do it. No! Go on the bomb! You just called me a bitch. But I throw tear gas.
Why did you leave?
I didn't leave. Oh God, no! The cop just disappeared. What is this? You did what? I was so confused. I'm so confused. The cop car just disappeared.
Oh, hey, you're in trouble.
Sorry, man.
I'll deal with it.
Alright, anyways, let me invite you.
Hold on, I want to keep.
Friends.
Let me keep this Phoenix in first.
Oh, let me just join you then.
Hold on, make a private session.
Okay, no need. Damn, Daniel. Oi.
I want to have.
I already am on a private session.
I want.
Everyone left my game.
I want some fake cash.
Shut up.
I want fake cash.
And I also want your virginity to be mine. I'm just playing.
Wait, what? No. No, I'm still recording. I'm still recording.
Oh, fuck you.
Shut the fuck up. No need. I'm over 10,000 years old.
How does the cop know how to professionally do that? Alright, it's time for you to go bye-bye. If you got any problems, come talk to Mr. Bean.
We're all familiar with Coca-Cola, but this is also Coke.
I'm not.
It said that
What's
Clear Coke was
Coca-Cola?
a top secret project made exclusively for thirsty Red Russians.
Is it? Oh my Jesus!
During World War II,
Join my
Coca-Cola
game.
made a global splash, boosting American troops' morale. At one point, Dwight D. Eisenhower met with Georgy Zhukov, a Soviet general instrumental in the defeat of Nazi Germany.
I did join your game.
Eisenhower introduced
Why are they
him.
talking about Nazis again?
Zhukov was hooked. But after the war, Coke was seen as a symbol of American imperialism and was banned from the Soviet Union. Yeah, nope, not here. So Zukov called up none other than U.S. President Harry Truman to send him a secret stash.
I'm going to need Coca-Cola.
Truman agreed to help Zukov out.
All right, you got it.
He got the top dogs at Coca-Cola to disguise its iconic look. They eliminated the drink's artificial coloring, but made sure the new vodka lookalike still had that classic Coke taste.
The car
They
just
packaged it in
disappeared!
straight glass bottles, capped with a red star. According to a World War II Coke rep, 50 cases were sent to Russia.
The car
Zukov got his
just
fix.
disappeared!
He was never caught with the disguised cola, and as far as we know, it hasn't been zipped since.
I want to change outfits. Hold on.
I don't want this. I want a life.
Alright, I have a new
I hit
outfit.
the car with a hammer and the car disappeared from under me.
We're all familiar
Where are
with
you?
Coca-Cola, but this is
I'm
also
driving
Coke.
towards you.
It said that Clear Coke was a top secret project made exclusively for a thirsty Red Russian.
In my old blue car. My first car I ever had on
During
GTA. I don't
World
know
War
why I
II,
still have it, but
Coca-Cola
it
made
goes
a
pretty
global
fast.
splash, boosting American troops' morale. At one point,
The hell is
Dwight
this
D.
music?
was a top secret project
Sounds
made
like rejected
exclusively for a
Titanfall
thirsty
music.
Red Russian.
Oh no! What happened? My
During World War II,
car!
Coca-Cola made a global splash, boosting American troops' morale. At one point, Dwight D. Eisenhower met with Georgy Zukov,
Wait,
a
what?
Soviet general instrumental in the
Snowny!
defeat of Nazi Germany.
I don't want your
Eisenhower introduced him to
Try
virginity.
this.
Coke. Zukov was hooked.
Where's my
But after the
car?
war, Coke was seen as a symbol
I just
of
want my
American
car!
imperialism and was
Get over
banned
here!
So Zukov called up none other than U.S. President Harry Truman to send him a secret stash.
Let me play with your pee-pees.
Truman agreed to help Zukov out.
All right, you got it.
He got the top dogs at Coca-Cola to disguise its iconic look. They eliminated the drink's artificial coloring, but made sure the new vodka lookalike still had that classic Coke taste. They packaged it in straight glass bottles, capped with a red star.
Why do I gotta be
According to a
farther
World War
away
II
from my
Coke rep,
vehicle?
50 cases were sent to Russia.
I'm committing suicide! Good
He was
doggy.
never caught with the disguised cola, and as far as we know, it hasn't been zipped since.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, Mr. Boner, yeah! What the fuck is that music?
Filled with real whole fruits and topped with
Hey,
fresh
time to get my
ingredients,
doom
Jamba
buggy.
Juice smoothie bowls are a nutritious meal anytime.
Pick me up.
I'm not even over there, do you want to
Some
die?
people associate instant noodles with broke college students, but instant ramen wasn't created for a bunch of hungry 20-year-olds. The man who invented... Some people associate instant noodles with broke college students, but instant ramen wasn't created for a bunch of hungry 20-year-olds. The man who invented them was much more ambitious. He set out to solve a hunger crisis in Japan. After World War II, food shortages plagued Japanese cities. So
I
the
don't want
U.S.
this
supplied
shit
wheat
anymore.
flour and encouraged the Japanese to make bread. One man, named Momofuku Andu,
Just
didn't
let my
understand why
personal
his people would make
vehicle, damn it.
bread instead of noodles.
I don't want it!
Something that was already part of their culture.
Come on,
Andu
don't need to
decided to take
die!
matters into his own hands and create a new
Why
ramen
did it
made
miss
to
the
last.
button?
He spent a year trying to figure
Alright.
out how to preserve the noodles. He needed
Goodbye.
a non-perishable, tasty, and easy recipe, but it was a challenge to maintain the robust flavors and unique texture
I
that
ate a
most people were
pill!
accustomed to. It wasn't until his wife was making dinner one night and he
I
threw
was
some
considering
noodles in a
what-
bowl of
I
hot
was
tempura oil
disabling all
that
my
he
life
realized
choices.
flash frying the noodles was the answer he had been looking for. This method
Then why
not only
am I-
dehydrated
why
them,
am I-
it left
wait,
small
am I in passive
preparations that
mode?
allowed the noodles to recook quickly.
I don't even remember if I was
And there
in
you have
passive
it.
mode.
Instant ramen noodles became an instant success. Andu's products gained notoriety when he introduced the packaged ramen in the 1950s and later cup noodles in 1978. His company began selling upwards of 40 billion units every year, and Momofuku Andu became a
Do you
culinary
want to
icon in
die?
Japan. So the next time you heat up a
Do
cup of
you?
instant noodles, remember you're slurping down a little piece of history.
Really? I am going to shoot myself. I want to die.
Silly string, that bright, fun, party in an aerosol can,
was actually invented by mistake. Believe it or not, it was supposed to help heal your broken bones. In 1972, Leonard A. Fish, an inventor and
What the hell up?
chemist, were granted a U.S. patent for a composition.
Liquid ass.
Set out to create an aerosol
Liquid ass.
cast on a broken leg or arm. And the invention worked. But when it came to packaging their discovery, they tested 500 different types of nozzles. Through their tests, Fish came upon one that produced a string that shot 30 feet across the room.
I'm here.
They decided to turn their instant cast into a toy. After altering the formula to produce a more colorful, less sticky string, the pair set out to market their product. Neither of them knew the first thing about selling toys, so they made an appointment with Whammo in California. But the meeting didn't go exactly as planned. Fish and Cox sprayed the string all over the office, including on the person they were meeting with. And unsurprisingly,
Get out!
they were asked to leave the premises. Just one day later, Fish received a telegram from Whammo asking him to send 24 cans for a market test. Turns out that a trace of the silly string was left on a lampshade in the office, and was later spotted by Whammo's owners, who themselves demanded a market test immediately. 2 weeks later, Whammo signed a contract to license
Let's buy some stuff.
I'm trying to go. What the hell are you watching? I thought you were watching Venos.
Let's go. I'm gonna go buy some stuff.
There are rear-view mirrors
I'm going to Los Santos
protecting
Customs.
noses from offensive odors all over the world. But where do they come from? Over 60 years ago, a scientist by the name of Julius Simon had
Penis.
forever.
Penis.
New York. A milkman was making the rounds when he stopped to speak to Julius, a German Jewish who studied alpine tree aromas in the forests of Canada. Said milkman began venting to Julius about the stench that spoiled milk.
What you doing? Oh, hello, brother of mine. Why, I'm just studying for a math test tomorrow. That's pretty neat, Frederick. Braxton,
Okay.
brother, shouldn't you also be studying for the test? Well, you see, Frederick, due to my high levels of apathy and the stress of knowing that I'll never be good at math, I've decided to completely give up on even trying to do good on the test.
Are you
So,
watching the
what
odd
are you
one
gonna do
out?
instead?
No.
Oh, I'm just gonna go watch some YouTube videos. School sucks, especially
You are
math.
watching the odd ones
Ugh.
out.
When will I ever use
No, I'm not.
trigonometry /
That's
calculus
the odd
in the
ones
real
out.
world?
You
I think
you
you're
can't
only
tell me
saying
that?
that
Have you
because
seen that
you're
video
bad
already?
at geometry / trigonometry / calculus. Why is everyone so quick to hate on math? Math is easy. How many essays did you have to write for math class? Oh, that's right. E to the I pi plus 1, which is 0. One thing
Why
I change about math
in the
class
penis
is
hole?
You have to show your work. Ugh. Do you know how much harder it is to cheat when you have to show your work? Dear Matt, solve your own problems, tweeted Matt Pat. I hate math, replied Protato Gamer. Hey, that's not very nice of you, Prote. All I did was tweet about math. Maybe what you really hate is spelling. Or maybe you really do hate Matt Pat. Well, two can play at this game. When will I ever need to know about the themes and symbolisms in To Kill a Mockingbird when I go into the real world? That's right, never! You don't need to know anything to be in the real world. Okay, I think we can all agree that a lot of what school teaches you isn't that important. And there's definitely more important things schools could be teaching you, like taxes
You
or
are
how to
so
pick a good
watching
friend.
the
But I'm
odd
not the
ones
one who
out.
makes the
I know
curriculum.
you are.
Okay, I think
No, I'm
we can all
not.
agree that a lot of what school
Yes,
teaches
you are.
isn't
No.
that. And there's definitely more important things schools could be teaching you, like taxes or how to pick a good president. But I'm not the one who makes the curriculum, so why am I even talking about it? Regardless of how broken your education system is, you should always stay in school, kids. Right, Dave? I was a good student in school, not counting college. And look how I turned out. I'm not using everything I learned in school almost every day. Sure, you'll probably never need to know that much about Shakespeare's plays. But hey, now you know how to read old-timey complicated books. And no, you'll probably never have to find the area under a curve ever. But now you can say that you can. And isn't that what life's all about? So enough with this introduction. I'm going to be telling you all some of my school
why'd you leave?
stories. What do you mean Jaden already made a video on school stories? Did she call them school stories? I already stole from her like 2 videos ago. Okay, I'll think of something. So enough with this introduction. I'm going to be telling you all some of my academy anecdotes. So you know how guys can pee standing up? It's amazing. Ladies, if you've never peed standing up, then you're missing out. But there are some rules that apply with having the superpower. Like, don't go to a urinal right next to another guy unless it's absolutely necessary. Or if the urinals don't have a divider, then everyone can all agree to keep your eyes and mind straight. These rules have been taught to us at a very young age. By the time we were in elementary school, we were all pros at peeing. Except for some of us when we were asleep. But that's not important. So at this point in life, we should have known what we were doing. But there's this one kid who
Give me 20. Oh fuck!
taught him how to
Give me them $23.
I'm not gonna say his race because it doesn't matter. But when he went to the bathroom, he would pull his pants and underwear all the way down to the ground. Some of the ladies watching this might be thinking, "Wait, is that not how guys pee?" Ladies, you'll just have to trust me on this, but that is the most wrong way a person can pee. The first time I saw the kid doing this was when I was in the urinal right next to him. Pee faster! As us two bros were peeing, a third bro walked into the bathroom, saw this kid's bottom, and just went, "Ooh!" and walked out of the bathroom. I wish I could have done the same. How do you tell someone, "Hey man, when you pee like that, everyone can see your butt. So just, here, let me show you how to do it." I don't
The way he said,
but hey man, when you pee like that, everyone can see your butt. So just, here, let me show you how to do it.
What the fuck? You just grabbed him by the dick!
He was Asian. When I was little, I had a very weird sense of humor. So in the 5th grade, there was this girl I'd known for a long time. We weren't strangers or anything. And one day I said to her, "You have 2 big blue zits right there." And I pointed at her eyes. I was talking about her eyes. I called her eyes zits. Get it? She, immediately slapped me. Probably because the joke was so awful. And that was the first time I ever got slapped by someone who wasn't a family member. And yes, it was Priscilla, the girl I sat next to in the cardboard boat video. She claims that the slap was an accident and that she was just trying to fake slap me to scare me. But I think she was really just self-conscious about her eye zits. One time, my 6th grade teacher, who was the same height as all of us, threw a stapler across the room because we wouldn't stop talking. Here's an anecdote about the first time I got detention, and it isn't that exciting. I was in the 7th grade and our class was at a computer lab. And the kid sitting
Time to
next
commit
me,
suicide.
his race doesn't matter, so I'm not going to say it, Asian, kept changing.
doesn't matter, so I'm not gonna say
I thought
it.
what he was doing was hilarious. Change the background.
Join the game.
That just goes to show you how
I'm already in the wait, what?
Show me
Why did you
But then
leave?
the teacher
I
said,
didn't
"Who's
leave. They
changing
said
the
you left.
wallpapers?" She was able to see
Oh, my
everything.
penis hellhole.
Said,
Well, hold on.
James
You
work.
watched the odd ones out for
Don't
too
bring
long.
me into
They
this.
kicked you out
You
for
were the one
inactivity,
changing the
probably. That's
wallpapers.
why.
I mean,
No, it didn't. I'm still in this game.
With you. We ended up getting detention, except my school didn't call it detention, they called it CARE, which I'm sure was an acronym for something. If it wasn't an acronym, that would have been a weird thing to call detention. Let's just say it stood for Kids Are Really Extra. The whole time I was in CARE, I kept thinking in my head, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. If they see you cry, you might as well move to China. That was the only time I got detention.
You wanna do it?
Except it wasn't called detention. So I still have a clean record. Alright, here's the last anecdote. This one happened when I was in the 11th grade.
He said
I was in
kids
an
are
AP US
really
history
extra.
class, and I had it for a 0 hour. So that meant I was at the class before school even started, and I was too tired to learn about presidents. I was sitting in class when all of a sudden I sneezed very loudly. And it was an above one of those sneezes where you had to lean into it. And after I sneezed, this kid near me said, "Hey, yo, Mr. Teacher, can we get some tissues? This boy's got a bloody nose." And I thought, oh shoot, I do? Well, that sneeze was pretty violent, and I did pick my nose a few minutes ago. And then the teacher looked right at me and said, "Oh, yeah, you can just go to the bathroom." So I got up, and as I was walking to the door, I felt my face and realized, wait a minute. I don't have a bloody nose. I turned around, and there was a kid who actually did have a bloody nose walking towards me. I'm not going to say the race of the kid because it doesn't matter. Canadian. But I was in a pretty awkward situation. So I punched myself until I actually did get a bloody nose. Nah, I'm just kidding. What I really did was I said out loud, "I have to go to the bathroom too." And then I left. I didn't really have to go to the bathroom. I didn't want to see another exposed butt anyway, so I just waited outside awkwardly for a long time. I got an A in that class, by the way. If you were wondering. I still don't use anything I learned in that class. Before I begin this end card, I just want to say that I got some brand new shirts and sweatshirts up in the merch store, just in time for Thanksgiving. Look how snazzy those shirts look. Don't you just want to buy them? Oh, and also this Harry the
Make
Moth
a
shirt comes
private
with a
lobby
Harry
and
the
invite
Moth
me.
pin. I'm thinking about releasing some more.
Oh, hungry penis.
On the lookout for them. I want to explain a joke in the video because it was very funny, and you won't get it unless you know the context. Remember that part when I said...
Why'd you leave?
You said to make a private lobby.
Cashback match. Is this for real?
Oh, yeah.
We match all the cashback new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically. Woo, I got my money. Hard to contain yourself, isn't it? Uh-huh. Let it go. Woo.
We're talking about those long wangs.
I just recently realized that the majority of my school days are over. I don't know about anyone else, but I used to think to myself, ugh, school's never gonna end. 12 years plus college is so long to spend just in school. And now, all of a sudden, it's practically over. And it's like, what happened? Wait, I'm not ready to be an adult yet. And you know what else is scary? I don't remember pretty much anything I learned from grade 6 up. It's just a jumble of English papers and random history I didn't care about. Kind of makes you question the education system when you think about it. So I don't remember a lot of the things I studied during school, but I do have a lot of dumb random memories that I for some reason haven't. Yo, what's up, homeschoolers? I'm gonna talk about
it's Alex.
We all like having subs. You like walk
Alex,
into the classroom,
Alex Clark. That's not Alex Clark.
The teacher, and boom. Yes, don't have to.
I'm on fire, so if it's
They have this attitude like, okay, so I'm just gonna pop in a movie or something, do whatever you want. I'm just here to make sure you don't all go Miley Cyrus wild and poke some kid's eye out with a ruler. But sometimes they don't care too much, and it gets kind of weird. Like once I had a math sub where we were just doing a worksheet or something, and this girl behind me was eating carrots, but all of a sudden she started choking on one of her carrots and was like gasping and gagging and stuff, and everyone turned around and was mortified. What do? We all looked over at the sub for help and guidance or something, because of all people, he should have a plan. He was just looking at her, not doing anything. I'm sure if the girl could have spoke at that time, she would have said, "Freaking, I'm choking on a carrot here. What are you looking at? Do something, you buffoon!" Ah! So for a small period of time, everyone was just this poor girl choking on a carrot. No one knew what to do. Finally, one guy got up and did the choking Heimlich procedure they teach us. It was so legit. He even did the "are you choking" question like they say you have to. If you haven't heard of the technique, or for some reason they changed it, the steps are: approach the person and ask, "Are you choking?" Do not proceed if they are not choking. It actually says that. Get behind the person and wrap your arms around their waist. Be ready to support them if they faint. Take your fist and place the thumb side against their belly, just above their belly button. Grab the fist with the other hand and thrust into the belly. And the final step is repeat thrusts until the object pops out or until the person faints.
Hey, what's going on?
The girl didn't faint. He actually got the carrot out of her
serious
throat,
trouble,
and
and you need my help.
And after all that hullabaloo, we all kind of looked over to see what the sub had to say about the situation, and nothing. He just watched the situation with a blank slate look on his face. Like, what the heck? What are you? I've never seen less of a reaction from such a big situation from anyone in my entire life. You should make a reaction channel, come to think of it.
Where's the invitation?
Just go to your GTA menu where you see friends.
Kind of a main group of substitutes that were common to have when a teacher
Can't invite me! I'm so mad!
An absolute
Calm your tits!
Oh, Jaden, that's kind of rude to say.
Shut up, that's why you're watching Jaden Animation.
You voice crack!
Sitting behind the teacher's desk, the immediate thought would be, oh, crap, it's gonna be a rough day today. No one had to say it, but we were all thinking it. Okay, Jaden, so what was he like? Oh, stand up so you can sit down because I'm getting started.
No.
Discard this person, no. And throw them out the window because this guy is not a person. I think he saw himself as a military instructor leading juvenile delinquents because he wanted every child to be behaving perfectly, to a T, no funny business. And yeah, that's not going to happen in a high school, so there's problem one. He would start every class with the same lecture.
Alright, sit down and zip up because we're taking attendance. If I hear
Tell
any
me why
talking,
in
you're
school
being
some
written
kid just
up.
screamed
I don't
"fuck me" in the
tolerate
butt.
jokesters in my classroom. I'm going to call out your
He's
last
like in the
name,
middle
followed by your
class.
first name. And if I don't hear you say present, then you're being marked absent. You should be paying attention because you only have one chance, and I'm not calling names twice. If I pronounce your name wrong, correct me. Alright? Here we go.
He says that exact paragraph every time he starts a class, and I know it because I've had him enough times to have it power washed into my head. I kind of want to believe he has it written down and framed somewhere in his house so he can probably look at it before he goes to bed every night. And he actually gets mad if you don't correct him if he says your name wrong. I know from experience. I don't care when people pronounce my name wrong. It happens all the time. I've gotten used to it. So I thought I wouldn't make a big deal out of it.
Animations Jaden.
Here.
Did I say that correctly?
It's close enough.
Correct me next time.
Sorry? He reminds me of if, like, Oscar the Grouch had a pet lemon, but the lemon was expired by 2 months, and he keeps forgetting to throw it away. Like, oh crap, the lemon. I'll do it tomorrow. And he doesn't do it tomorrow. So, I'll call him Mr. Yet to be Thrown Out Lemon. Just for simplicity. I truly don't know why Mr. Yet to be Thrown Out Lemon worked as a substitute teacher, because you could just see the child hatred in his eyes. Somehow he made everyone in the class feel uncomfortable just by existing. So let me tell you a story about Mr. Yet to be Thrown Out Lemon. We had him in a biology class once, and we were just gonna work on a paper he had to pass out.
And I spent even more money here.
If I hear any talking,
Did you say he had a nice
this
butt?
is an individual.
No, I spent even more money.
Talk to anyone at all during this
I
hour.
want
Why
all
are
your
you
money.
spending all your
Come up
money?
to the front of the room.
I don't know. I like spending money.
Mrs. Grapes does it so each person at a table has a number, and she calls out a random number, and that
I
person something
sent
gets the paper
you
for the rest of the table, so it's
fucking
easier to
I
game
will
boy.
not have slaves in my classroom.
What did he
I don't know
just
what
say?
you're talking about. You didn't send me no game
This
invite.
man just
Why
compared
did you send me in a
picking up
game
papers
invite if
for
I'm
other
already in the game?
classmates to slavery. Slavery.
I'll see you in the damn game.
I'm already in the damn
So we
game.
did it his
So
way.
I don't see you.
34 of us all got up at the same time and shuffled to the front of the room, awkwardly squishing together to grab a paper from the one
My
pile he
teacher
made
had a
for us.
boner.
You are a fruitcake. He did a lot of other weird, over-the-top things, but this was by far the best thing I've ever witnessed from him.
To the flag
Mr.
on mobile.
You're a real piece of work.
What?
No talking. I'm going to call out your last name, followed by This is an individual worksheet of for reasons. I will not have scraps in my classroom. This is an individual worksheet to solve the
Shut the fuck up.
Metal Gear. Jaden. Is there a Jaden here? Aiden. Hey, Jaden. Animation.
I just got my cash back.
You're not in the game.
Cashback new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically. I got my trying to contain yourself.
Come out.
Get a dollar for dollar match at the
You're
end.
not in the
I'm in the
game.
game.
No, you're not.
Hello, everybody.
So wait,
Friends,
why does it say
hello,
movie
friends.
calibers
I've got
in
a
the
special
game?
surprise for you all today. It's James.
Dude,
It's
Louis
James.
in the
Hey.
game.
No, the fuck he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's in the
And
game.
if you don't, you
He's in
better
the
get on
game.
that because
He's in
he's
the
like.
Ah.
We became friends a little while ago, and
Don't
I
get
thought it was
mad that
about time
Louis
to have
Caliber's
you
not
on
in
the
your
video. Thank
Shut
you.
the hell up.
So coincidentally, we both live in the oven that is Arizona, and we wanted to share our
Just join.
it. Like, don't get us wrong, we love it here.
Well, I mean, love is a pretty strong word.
We don't completely despise Arizona, but there's just some things about it that are just like, eh. So we're gonna talk about them, and yeah.
There's no trees here.
I'm gonna pull up the map of
One, the
GTA.
heat. You talked about it a lot in
That
your own
came with the game
Arizona
disc.
video games. And if anyone hasn't seen it, I suggest you watch that. But don't do it yet, because it's still
Yeah, don't watch that video
yet.
yet.
It gets absolutely
Dude,
scalded here.
dude,
What,
yo, I got
last
the
summer
like,
was
I got the gold
120
edition of
Fahrenheit,
GTA
something
5,
like
and I
that.
got it, and I got,
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't know this, but I have a
Like,
code to
shit,
get a
Arizona, so
whatchamacallit,
you're
a
all
white
with
shark
the heat.
card.
We're not eggs trying to be boiled over here. And
It said
some
you're
people
no
do
longer
that.
in the
They try
session,
and
by the
fry
way.
eggs with just the sun. You can look it up.
Yeah, 'cause I left.
Why'd you leave?
Because you
Don't
kept
be
being...
triggered that I got a... But don't...
No, because you've been a cock to not join my game.
Bad, especially in the summer. If you wanted to
Dude,
do
don't be
anything outside,
triggered.
then you had a 50% chance of having a heat stroke. It's just a risk you had to take.
Wait, how much is how much is a white shark card?
Open the door and you're hit with this.
I'm gonna check that right now. I'm gonna put the code in for in the store. I think it might be $1 million.
As little skin touching the seat as possible, and you kind of just have to wait and sit there, wait for the heat to die down, just enough to be able to do anything. The seatbelt's too hot, the dash is too hot, the steering wheel is like holy Jesus.
You think we're exaggerating, but no. If your car was parked in direct sunlight, you have to wait for it to cool down.
Is it the great white shark card?
Drive, and you don't want to be driving like a playing hot potato with the wheel.
I think someone needs to invent like a little
The great white shark card is 1 million, so...
Because that's really the only way you can actually drive without burning your hands off.
If someone actually does that, then we should get 50%.
Good, so you can buy an office.
And then when you're all done and you get out of the car and you hear your sweaty
an
back being
office,
pulled
no
apart
need.
from the leather seats like a sticky
I can
note.
get a bumper too.
It's gross.
2. Cactuses.
I'm reading this code.
Not a lot of places have cacti. Only Arizona, Texas, Nevada, and New Mexico have natural growing cacti. And a tiny bit of Mexico. So some people who visit are like, oh, look, cacti, cool. Sure, they're cool to look at, but I don't get why they're so excited about cacti. They're freaking everywhere.
Yeah, living with them is the worst. When I was growing up, I lived in a cul-de-sac neighborhood where the road looped around a little desert patch. Well, when I was learning to ride a bike, I was pedaling down the road towards the neighborhood, and I didn't turn with the road
never mind, it's not $1,000.
So I rode straight into the desert center and ran into a little
200K.
cactus patch. I don't remember much about it because I was little, but
Yeah,
it
that's
was
still a lot of money
pretty
though, so I'll take that.
Literally. Also, there's a type of cactus
That
called
means I can get an
jumping
MC
cactus,
thing.
because they jump out and attack you for no reason. Guess.
I guess... I already have an MC on my other account.
3. The wildlife.
I know.
Everyone always talks about the scary scorpions and snakes here, and yeah, they're pretty sucky to have to deal with.
Yeah, one time
Invite
this
me
big
to a new
scorpion-
one.
But no one ever talks about the friggin'
right here in the butt.
javelinas. If you don't
And
know
there's
what
explosions
javelinas are,
outside my
they're
house, 'cause
wild
why not?
hogs. And they're scary as freak. They're mean, and they'll run after you, and they travel in packs, and they're smelly.
I've never had to deal with those before.
Well, let me tell you, the only way you can get them to not attack you is to feed them bananas. But then they start coming back because they want more bananas,
go to
and you're stuck in
Dynasty
this
8.
loop forever feeding them all your bananas out of fear.
They're like ducks, but worse.
They're ducks or big ugly hairy monsters who wanted to eat your bananas.
Go
Me
and
and my siblings used to
Fucking
capture
the
lizards
black-
for fun,
because I like
and we would just
Sally
hold them.
a lot.
But sometimes we would accidentally pull their tails off. Did you know that
And-
lizards' tails still move even after you pull them? I knew that. Also, at night, the cicadas would be really loud and annoying.
4. There's
How
nothing
do
to
you
do here.
That's why me and Jaden are artists. You get to stay inside and do fun stuff, while not having to worry about dying of heat stroke.
Arizona's kinda really boring. There's not much to do here in terms of entertainment. Sure, there's like zoos and aquariums and like mini golf.
And friends, if you have those.
just pour it.
The other main option is
What?
the water parks. I've never been a fan of.
Why?
I'm going on Big Miller the Unicorn.
My hair just got kidnapped. I have to pay 10 million gold to get on my.
Wait, what?
That's insane. What happened to all your gold? I kept,
Invite me to your lobby.
but I turned it out to 5 cents. Oh, well then.
I said make another one because you left, you dick.
And can I please your
You make one.
Shut up, I'm buying a helicopter.
Let's get it.
Since when are you buying a helicopter?
Yeah.
Dude, you know how you can get like free
Yeah,
helicopters,
I'm not really
right?
sure you should do a video about Arizona. I mean, only people from Arizona will think it's funny. I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you saw my Batches video, which I think was the 5th one in the French trip series, you'll know that I live in Arizona. So cool, I'm gonna talk about it. Pros and cons of living in Arizona. Pro, we got cacti. And in fact, we, and a tiny bit of Mexico, are the only place in the world with saguaro cactuses. I mean cacti. Boom! And as an extra bonus, let it go away.
Smells like GameStop.
From whether a dinosaur pop would be possible to what would happen if the Earth fell into a black hole.
There is a
We
black
solve
man.
his burning questions about life.
Hey there.
There were 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm Danger Door.
Sure, I was like-
I'm here to blow your
How many? Was how many in my store?
4 asks, is it possible for humans to do push-ups for 24 hours?
Of course not.
Oh, you don't think it's possible?
Alright, listen. Muscles aren't built for that type of strain.
What shit, you
No one
wanna
can
be
do
black
push-ups
man?
for that long.
What
What
fucking
is
shit?
this?
Proving you wrong. Keep track of time for me, okay?
You wanna be black man?
Yeah? You know what? I'm starting to method now. I can do that too. You know, I don't feel like doing it today.
The record for most push-ups completed in
You have
24
to mind your
hours is held
penis.
by Charles Servio of the United
Really?
States. He was able to achieve 46,001 push-ups in 21 hours and
Alright,
21
you think
minutes.
you're nice,
It
cause you
is
can hit
possible for
people.
someone to do push-ups
The
for over
hard-scoping-
24 hours, but it would be quite a challenge and require a lot of preparation. CrazyKaywee asks, would Jurassic Park actually be possible? No, I've actually been looking into Planet Dome's expenses, and
I'll be
it
right
seems
back.
a large sum of money has been going towards a dinosaur park. Care to explain that, Dome?
Listen, this made me big. I have the money, I have the cages, and I've paid for the advertisements. Now, I just need the dinosaurs.
Oh, okay. How's progress there?
Slow.
At present, it would not be possible to clone a dinosaur from their remains. This is because dinosaur DNA has degraded so much since their extinction 66 million years ago. Some scientists remain hopeful and have continued to research the DNA similarities between dinosaurs and their modern-day descendants, birds. John Cook asks, if you were to eat the same food every day for the rest of your life, what would happen to your body?
You know what they say, you are what you eat. That means if you eat nothing but carrots for years, you're gonna look a little orange.
Is that why you look like a marshmallow, Dylan?
No, Melissa. I only eat birds. I love how crunchy they are, but I hate picking the feathers out of my mouth. How do you do it? You absolute monster.
If you have a balanced diet and ate the same meals every day for the rest of your life, it may actually be really good for your health, although the lack of variety may get boring. On the other hand, eating the same unhealthy food every day will be disastrous for your health. Chandler asks, is there a mental condition or disease that makes you not experience love?
Yeah, it's called being Nixium.
Hey! Nixium loves plenty of things!
Oh yeah, my mistake. He loves himself. You know, the other day, I caught him making out with his own reflection.
Oh, come on. I'm sure it wasn't like that.
Melissa, he used tongue.
Oh, yeah, looks so handsome.
Alexithymia is a personality trait present in roughly 10% of people. People with alexithymia experience an inability to identify, express, and understand feelings. Alexithymia has been associated with a range of psychological disorders such as autism, depression, and schizophrenia. Mercy for Life asks, what would happen to humans if the Earth was 100% covered in water?
Okay, here's a cool bit of knowledge. You know how humans can live for about 80 years or so? Well, in this new damp world, those years do drop in average a little bit, down to about 2, maybe 3 minutes. Coincidentally, new Planet Dawn rafting gear on sale now. Pick it up at our store right next to the new dinosaur park.
If Earth was suddenly covered entirely with water, humans and many other animals would die out. The world would become a single massive saltwater ocean. Even if humans somehow managed to survive the sudden rise in sea levels, they would die from a lack of fresh drinking water and food. Toby the dog prop asks, what would happen if the world was inside out?
Hey, you remember we were just talking about the water world? Well, this world would be slightly humid. You know, magma ground, magma trees, magma water. Oh, what will you do? Did you hear? Planet Dawn portable air conditioning on sale now.
You have your own line of portable air conditioning?
It's really effective. Check this out.
Why does your breath smell like birds?
Absolutely no reason.
If the world was inside out, all life would end. The Earth's molten core would now be on the surface of the planet, which would cause the Earth's magnetic field to vanish and our atmosphere to be stripped away. The surface would eventually cool and become a rocky wasteland, but there would be little chance of life returning. If all bodies of water dried up, what color would the sky be?
It'd be a nice shade of brown. We've had a blue sky for so long. I think it's time for a change.
But Dolan, what about Gooby? With all bodies of water gone, she wouldn't be able to survive.
What? What's this about Gooby? Is she in trouble? What have you done with her, you weird corpse, man elf?
What?
Gurgak, did you eat Gooby? Did you? Answer me!
What a fool Dolan is. So stupid. The dead don't talk, my friend. It's common knowledge. You'll get no answers out of me.
If all bodies of water dried up, the sky would remain blue.